Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Katie, for the kind introduction. Again, my name is Jordan Ramsay, and while Katie offered an appropriate academic and professional bio, today I feel best represented by the self-appointed title President of the Foundation for MetroWest Fan Club. It's been a privilege to work with the Foundation for several years now and witness their growing fundamental impact on this community. I was their first YIP summer intern, they housed my first internship, and the rest was history. It honestly sounds like a love story, and if you thought that, you would not be wrong. I am honored to join with you in our love for the meaningful work that this foundation champions. With the couple of minutes that I have with you today, I imagine that I would emphasize the benefits of philanthropy education and stand before you as your case in point. But then I thought, wouldn't I just be preaching to the choir? This event is such a success because we are already staunch supporters of philanthropy education and programming. We are on the front lines of clearing the path for youth to take their first steps into the world of philanthropy. So instead, on behalf of the youth honorees in the room today, I'd like to look to the future and ask, what can you do next? How can you support youth on our generational fight of choice? And most importantly, what are we as the youth and future of this world begging of you? We know that we face a world that does not always work for everyone. We have a lot of work to do. And as a generation, we have decided that we don't want hope, comfort, thoughts, or prayers. Instead, action and accountability. We want to hold each other and ourselves accountable. We want to demand of our peers that they are careful with the words that they choose to speak. And don't believe that this is because of our softness. It's because we know that we can do better. We want to lift each other up. And that includes not ignoring, minimizing, or validating injustice against our neighbors. Whether it's an outdated and offensive slang term or a friend sharing an ignorant post on Facebook, we ask that you use your voice and stand up for your friends in the face of injustice. And now that we're friends, the next time someone uses the word gay in place of stupid, I expect you to jump in for me. Because when you aren't there to stand up for your community, I will stand up for you. We are the most interconnected generation that has ever lived, and we are motivated by the stories that we have seen online from our peers around the world. In our fight to make this world a better place, we need you as our partner. To stand with those whose identity may be different than yours, and to fight both with and for them in the face of adversity. We can teach our children to be empathetic and think about struggles faced by those who are different than them. I'm referring to being able to walk down the street holding the hand of the person you love without your palms getting sweaty, because you know that every time you do this, there is always someone who confronts your ability to love who you love. So what are we, the youth and future of this world, begging of you? To help programs like Youth and Philanthropy build a society that normalizes diversity and encourages empathy and bravery. When we teach our kids not to be afraid of what makes them different, they will spread that love in places where they raise each other, like on the playground and in online spaces like on Facebook and Instagram. When we teach our kids not to be afraid of what makes them different, we can prepare them to challenge injustice. When we show our youth that the beauty in this world far outweighs the danger, we can hold our pride high. We can show the queer child hiding in the closet that he or she or they are equipped with the bravery and perseverance necessary to take on a world that sometimes doesn't love them. We can show the little girl who's just a tiny bit shorter and quieter than all of the boys that she is strong, smart, and that she has a suit of armor building to fight in a world that sometimes doesn't believe in her. We can show the bullied child that although everyone won't see your power, it still exists in a world that sometimes makes you feel small. We can show the student who can't focus in school that there are resources in place that will work in tandem with their effort, even in a world that sometimes moves too fast. Here's the thing. Youth are worse off when we shield them from injustice in the world. So what can we do? We can invest in philanthropy programming to offer youth the building blocks to fight for ourselves and our neighbors in the face of adversity. So in the face of injustice, what are we, the youth and future of this world, begging of you? To believe in us when we say that the next generation is going to change this world. To encourage us when we say that it is absolutely worth challenging every minor injustice that comes our way. To stand with us when we say that we are sure this is what we want to fight for, and to do exactly what this foundation does so well, to start by making change in your own backyard. In our own neighborhoods, we can raise our youth to be global citizens and to call attention to inequality at home and at large. It was in Youth and Philanthropy that I was given this voice and that I developed my keen eye for identifying injustice in the world. It was in Youth and Philanthropy that I learned how to stand up for disempowered communities, that I realized that I just can't stay out of this fight because it keeps me up at night. So what are we, the youth, in future of this world, begging of you? To support us as we go onward to create a world that is focused on empathy and justice, because our youth are listening, we are watching, we are thinking, we are planning, and we're ready. We are ready to be superheroes, and I thank the Foundation for MetroWest for giving us our capes. I proudly wear mine. Thank you all for hearing my call to action, and thank you for offering me this award. I am absolutely lucky to stand before you all, the heroes of our community today. Thank you.